In section 3.1, this is where we pause to emphasize one of the most overlooked yet critical startup steps, meeting with your core advisors. You need to think of this as assembling your startup dream team. These are people who will protect you from blind spots and accelerate your path to stability. And before you launch, it's essential to have legal, tax, and financial guidance lined up. Now, this doesn't mean that you're going out there hiring a full-time staff. It just means that you're building relationships with professionals that you can lean on as needed, and to make sure that you are not setting yourself up for failure, but for success. In the prior sections of this video series, we've been talking about brainstorming your ideas. Now you've collected your thoughts. You have a business plan or an idea of where you're headed over the next 12 to 24 months. This is where you now go and meet with key people who can help you set up your business the right way. Don't go file paperwork yet. Don't build a brand just yet. Meet with these people. So start with a certified public accountant or a lawyer. They overlap a little bit here. But either way, they're going to help you understand the tax implications of your entity choice. They're going to guide you on record-keeping systems and help you set up a realistic budget. This step alone can save you thousands down the road. I really like the CPA. Even an enrolled agent is a great way to start that understands taxes so that they can advise you on what to expect with the way you're setting up your business. And you want to work this out at the same time in a similar time period of meeting with a business attorney or a tax attorney. Their job isn't just about legal paperwork. They want to help you choose the right entity draft. And are you going to be okay with a sole proprietorship? Do you need an LLC? Do you need an S corp? Are you doing a partnership? And you got to draft those formation documents if so, and then know how to review and write contracts. So an attorney like this will guide you on protecting your intellectual property. That include things like your business name, your logo, your website content, your proprietary processes, and even product designs. The earlier you protect your assets, the better. I've had a business, I happened in one of my businesses where people were actually copying the branding. I had to contact them and say, hey, they stole all our banner photos off of our sites and stuck it on their business to copy what we're doing. I don't mind someone copying as far as in the same industry. It's a little flattering. But I had to say, hey, man, you can't take those photos off of my site and use it because I took those photos myself. Those photos I own. So you need to have the necessary protection in place before you launch your business. And third, you need to meet with an insurance agent. I'm going to tell you, I had a great, and I still have the same insurance agent. This man is a mentor. I go to him. He'll nail my ears to the wall. Brandon, what about this? You're not thinking about this. This is a liability. You need to know general liability and professional liability issues. And sometimes you have a niche like cybersecurity insurance. And I think more and more companies are going to face that in today's world. So that insurance guy or lady can identify the risk you face and help you select coverage that protects your business and satisfies any legal or client requirements. Lastly, consider working with a business advisor or mentor, someone that's going to have a 50,000-foot view of all of those advisors. So imagine meeting with that business advisor while you're meeting with the CPA and the attorney and the insurance agent. And this person is helping you with strategic planning, accountability, and real-world guidance. They won't replace your legal or financial professionals. This series can't replace that. This is just to encourage you on thinking about what steps to take and what advisors to bring in and when. But they will help you make more informed decisions, avoid burnout, and stay focused on what matters the most. So when meeting with a CPA or a tax attorney, you want to make sure that they have specialization within business startups. Not all CPAs are equal, not all attorneys are equal. Because I know what it's like to work with CPAs that were great with their particular niche, but that knew nothing about startups. So here's some questions you're going to ask. For the business that I'm wanting to start, what is the best structure that you recommend? And by structure, I mean an LLC, a sole proprietorship, maybe a partnership, an S corp, maybe even a C corp. Most startup people that I've worked with, they don't need a C corp. They're going to need an S corp. But you need to meet with someone that has a specialization within your industry that can give you good advice, because that has tax implications. for the way that you set that up. And different industries may qualify for different deductions or incentives based upon how they are structured from the get-go. And then ask them, how should I manage record keeping and budgeting? How are you going to keep track of all your expenses from day one before you spend a dime? Answer that question and get that set up. 100% of my accounting experience with small businesses have been people that would go years without even doing any basic bookkeeping, and it blows my mind. Do not be one of those top people. Make bookkeeping and accounting the most important focus of your attention as a business owner. Ask them, are there any tax strategies I should consider from day one? The deductions, equipment depreciation, retirement contributions, so forth. Let them critique you, pin your ideas to the wall, poke holes in it, and if it survives that round, man, you'll come out with a great infrastructure right from the start. Let's take a look at the next advisor. So you've met with a CPA, maybe you've met with a tax attorney. Sometimes those are combined. Maybe you've broken them out in different steps. Let's talk about the insurance agent. Cannot stress how important a good insurance agent who cares about you, how important that will be to your life and your business. What types of coverage do businesses like mine typically require? Am I exposed to any uncommon legal or operational risk? I have not only had a career as an accountant, I've also taught music on the side. And my insurance agent pinned me to the wall. Early on in my career, he said, "You're teaching people in your space? Yeah? What happens if they fall down and get hurt? What happens if they sue you for something?" And we went through all of these liability possibilities, and it just rattled my brains. Wow. So I was very early on, fortunately enough to have all that insurance coverage to protect myself in case something ever did come up. And here's another question. Is general liability enough, or do I need professional cyber or product liability insurance? Depending on the type of business that you're in. How much liability coverage do I really need? If you underinsure yourself, you can leave yourself vulnerable. Then, of course, overinsuring is a waste of capital. You may even need an umbrella policy on your personal. I know what it's like to have a business where I've got the liability insurance and I've got other type of insurance that are protecting me at the business level, but I also have an umbrella policy on the personal. So you don't want to actually leave yourself exposed. So having a good insurance agent that can poke holes in your plan and your current status will give you peace of mind in the long run. Lastly, get yourself a business advisor or mentor that you're meeting with once a month, or even more than that early on if possible. Granted, this costs money, but I'm telling you, you're going to save yourself a ton of headache by doing it the right way. It's so easy to think, I'm going to go out there and sell my product, I'm going to sell my service. Get your act together first. So for a business advisor, what kind of blind spots do you see that I'm going through right now? Because I'm in the thick of things and I need a professional opinion that's on the outside looking in. Share with them what you've learned from the CPA meeting and the tax attorney and the insurance person. Allow that person to be your brainstorming source of information. Like, what are the most common mistakes at this stage? I want to avoid those. And then how do I balance growth with sustainability? This is the key in the early stages, that you are not just rushing to grow your business before your infrastructure is in place so that it can sustain that business and grow along with your ambitions.